Hunter, Roddy Cathy was released by SNK for the Neo Geo CD in 1994. The title is a side-scrolling action game and a breath of fresh air in comparison to the flood of fighting games usually associated with the Neo Geo platform. In Top Hunter, you control Roddy, and a second player can control Cathy, two bounty hunters set out to destroy a colony of space pirates. When you first fire up Top Hunter, you get to select between 4 different planets: forest, ice, wind, and fire. Each of the worlds has 3 levels, and each level ends with a boss. The third level of each world features a unique giant boss that concludes the world. After finishing all 4 worlds, a 5th world opens up, which takes you through a single level of Captain Clapton's ship, ending with a showdown with Captain Clapton himself. The main gimmick of Top Hunter are the 2 planes of play, a foreground and a background. You can jump back and forth to avoid obstacles and jump back to sneak behind enemy fire. Some levels feature puzzles, which you have to utilize both planes to progress. Your main weapon in Top Hunter is your fist. Tapping the A button will result in a normal short-range punch, and holding the A button will result in an extended punch. Your extended fists can also be used to grab items as well as flick switches and pull levers. Occasionally, an enemy will drop a gun, which you can pick up and shoot for a limited time. Lastly, 2 years prior to Metal Slug, mind you get to pilot a mech for additional punching power. There are some special moves in Top Hunter as well, such as fireballs and sliding kicks, which can be achieved by various quarter-circle joystick turns, similar to most 2D fighters of the era. I didn't find these very useful, but they did add variety to the formula. The controls in Top Hunter are responsive. The A button punches, the B button jumps, and the C button makes your character jump to the other plane. At first, it can be confusing differentiating between jumping and jumping to the other plane, but with a little practice it becomes second nature. The most unique element of Top Hunter, the plane switching, is also its only flaw. It can sometimes be difficult to tell if enemies and objects are in the foreground or the background. Most things in Top Hunter have a shadow to help differentiate where they are, but it's still occasionally awkward. Graphically, Top Hunter is a feast for the eyes. The most impressive thing is the animation. Not just the walking, jumping, and punching animations of Roddy and Cathy themselves, but all the extra animations that occur throughout the game. When you get squished by an object, your character gets flattened and then floats to the ground like a leaf. Top Hunter is littered with unique animations for all sorts of situations. The backgrounds are impressive as well, full of motion and lots of scrolling. The fire level features flowing lava, which is more detailed than the main elements of the level itself. Top Hunter for the Neo Geo CD features a unique soundtrack that takes advantage of the CD medium. The tracks fit the 5 different worlds well and help give each world its own feel. As you encounter new sections of the levels, sub-bosses, and final bosses, the music changes to let you know you've reached a new area. The sound effects are top-notch as well, with every single action you make having its own thump. Where Top Hunter truly shines is the 2-player mode that I didn't record. The 2 different planes just scream co-op. I've played through Top Hunter a couple of times with a second player, and it's fantastic. Oftentimes there are switches in the foreground and background, and having a friend there to do half the work helps immensely. Not only that, it's easier to take on the bosses as they jump back and forth. Some critics find Top Hunter all flash and no substance, and I disagree wholeheartedly. Overall, Top Hunter is a superb game. The graphics are outstanding, the music quality is far superior than most Genesis and SNES games, and the controls are excellent. The flaws are few and far between, and playing through Top Hunter with a friend is an absolute blast. This game is one of the cheapest and easiest to obtain on the Neo Geo CD, and Top Hunter remains a must-own.